Hi, I'm Jeanette, the North Down Coach. Welcome. I am continuing my series on career chaos and what we can do about that so we can move to a much more feeling of peace and tranquility and fulfillment in our careers, wherever they may take us. And today I want to dive into a feeling that I think is very common if you are thinking, oh my, this feels a bit chaotic. And that is this feeling of overwhelm. Another way to say that is feeling stuck, frustrated, unable to figure out what's the solution for moving forward. And this can show up in a variety of ways connected to where you might feel chaos in your career. It could be occurring because you're in job search mode. And let's say, for instance, that you know that you really need to work on your networking because you see that there's a key relationship between the strength of your network relationships and being able to move forward in a job search. Maybe you're wanting to make a career pivot and you look at your network and say, gosh, I don't have a lot of connections in the direction that I want to go, but I don't know how to build a network, kind of chicken and egg before I'm there. What can I do? This is really an essential piece. I'm feeling overwhelmed and stuck because I don't have a solution to something that I need to move forward around. It could appear in your current position. Maybe you're not in job search mode, but you're feeling somewhat miserable because you're dealing with a lot of internal politics or a micromanaging manager or what have you set of circumstances there, and you don't know how to move forward in solving for some of those issues. What I was thinking about this morning as I was in my series of little mini LinkedIn games. I know it's ridiculous that I what am I doing? Why am I playing LinkedIn games? LinkedIn is very savvy, knows that it's a good way to keep people on the platform. And so I got hooked one little game at a time. And now I find myself playing like 5 or 6 of these things on a daily basis. And true confessions, I'm really not very skilled in this area. I'm pretty good at Wordle. I've been playing that for a long time. Not that that's a LinkedIn game, that's separate. But uh, the kind of games that LinkedIn is showing me in my notifications and offering for free for me to play are really more puzzle games that just don't work with how my brain naturally functions. And so I often, including this morning, find myself feeling stuck and overwhelmed and really frustrated because I cannot see how to move forward. I don't know what the solution. I literally don't. It doesn't. I don't get it. And so I was thinking about how LinkedIn has some pressure valves to let off some of that pressure in how they've designed this. And so in each of these games, there's a little button that you can hit that gives you a hint. And the hint doesn't keep you from like ultimately solving the puzzle, it just helps you and like penalizes you a little bit in terms of elapsed time in solving the puzzle. And so sometimes, like this morning on a few of these games, I was literally like hitting hint, 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 hint all the way through the puzzle. And ultimately, I did get to, solving the thing. The other thing that LinkedIn does is gives you access to a little video that you can watch after where somebody's walking through how they're solving the puzzle that you just worked on. And so it's a really nice learning tool to understand some of the strategies behind it. So I often am utilizing those additional resources to solve my way through these, really inconsequential. They're little mini games. I certainly do not want to suggest that these games are equivalent to career struggles. But I think there's a similarity in the getting unstuck process in the sense that when I'm in the midst of this puzzle and feeling like I really don't know how to solve the thing, there is this little hint button that doesn't give me the whole solution, but it gives me like a tiny step forward. And then there is the learning portion where I can watch the whole video and try to start to internalize. It's a long process for me on these games, but internalize some of the strategies around how you go about solving these different puzzles. The same thing exists if we are pausing to notice in where we might get stuck and overwhelmed in our career chaos. So, what's a hint? What's the equivalent of a hint button? Well, a hint button might look like looking for other people in your network, like people you actually know that have solved similar sorts of problems to you, and talking to them about that and getting a little clue here or there about it. A hint might be taking a break from the immediate question, resting, and then trying a little bit of online research around it. A hint might look like spending some time with a career coach, somebody who can have some expertise in where you might be feeling stuck. And of course, the bigger question around the kind of the walkthrough of the solutions might be getting that sort of professional help along the way to help solve around the particular feeling of stuckness. But just like there are, I think the bottom line on this is just like there are solutions and help along the way in these LinkedIn mini games, the same is true for us in the stuckness in our career. It's a matter of pausing from the frustration, looking up and looking for what other resources are out there to move forward, because you are not forever going to be stuck at this point. There is a solution for moving forward on it. If I can be of help in any way on that, I'm happy to offer you a free 45-minute career strategy coaching session. I'll drop the link in the description box so that you can find a time to do that. Again, no strings attached. It truly is free if you're feeling stuck in that way. All right. Enough of that for today. I have solved all the puzzles for today, so tomorrow's another day. I'll be back at it using those hints, etc. Have a great week, and we will see you back here next week. Take care.